Hi, everybody. Welcome. We are in Sebring getting set for game number 2 in traditional play. It is pool number 1. Of course, the game that just wrapped up saw Lake Placid knock off Mariana by a final of 11-4. This matchup, South Sumter taking on West Seminole. Hi, everybody. Robert Williamson set to bring you the coverage. Tyson Lake stepping into the box for South Sumter, and we are ready to get this game underway. Originally slated for an 11 o'clock start time. Gets underway at 11:22 here in the Eastern Time Zone. That's due in part to the length of the preceding game and then some issues to take care of from the standpoint of rules and regulations and pitching machine. Just the normal routine stuff to get game number 2 in progress. Tyson Lake of South Sumter, they are the visiting squad, and he is in the box to begin things. South Sumter decked out in the red, white, and gray, whereas West Seminole in the red, white, and blue into foul territory for Tyson Lake. Getting those lineups set for you. Tyson Lake, the shortstop, starting things off for South Sumter. Kingston Green is the 2-hitter. Samuel Craig, the third baseman, batting third. Bubba Boone playing first, will bat fourth. Hunter Gill is the catcher, batting fifth. Gabriel McCarty, the left fielder, has the 6th spot. Center fielder A.J. Tennille batting in that 7th spot. It has popped up into foul territory, this time on the right side. So Lake has gone foul to the right, gone foul to the left, and we'll try to find some fair territory in between. Anthony Sparks, the 8-hitter. Wes Ammons is the second baseman, batting ninth. Gabriel Sabalona is the right fielder in the 10-hole. Bryson Mitchell, right center fielder, has the 11th spot. Logan Ward, the pitcher, will bat 12th for South Sumter. Fouled out of play again by Tyson Lake. West Seminole's got Cameron Wilson in the circle beside the pitching machine, or I guess technically he is beside it, but the circle encompasses the machine. Chase Davidson behind the plate. Michael Hanberg is the first baseman at second. Kingston Livernois. At shortstop, you'll find Josiah Smith. Wyatt Christopher is at third. Fouled out of play again by Tyson Lake. In the outfield, Vincent Fava is in left. The center fielder is Carson DeMore. In right field, Nick Norris and Austin Vincent in right center. So there you have your lineup, offensively, defensively as well. Tyson Lake's been fouling off pitches and does it again, getting a lot of BP in. As he has fouled off a ton of pitches, you typically get 5 from the machine. The exception would be if you foul off that 5th pitch. And as long as you're fouling them off, the pitch machine will continue to toss balls your way. Kingston Green moving to the on-deck circle. This one in fair territory, popped up on the infield. Over from second comes Kingston Livernois, and it'll pop out of the mitt. Lake is on. So a base runner gets on for Tyson Lake and his South Sumter squad.
Kingston Green, number 34.
As Kingston Green comes to the plate. By the way, my scoring a little different probably than the official scorekeeping when you're playing double-A pitch machine and you're, 7 or 8 years of age. I just don't give you many errors. So just about everybody that gets on does so compliments of a base hit in this book. As the stolen base is Tyson Lake's. Goes to second on the pitch to Kingston Green. Samuel Craig moves to the on-deck circle. West Seminole, South Sumter. Opening inning of play, game number 2 here on Elks Field. I mentioned the Lake Placid victory over Mariana, 11-4. In Pool 2, it was Sebring, a 14-zip winner over West Volusia. Meanwhile, in the B Division, in the opening round of games, Fort Meade, a 12-2 winner over Shalimar. Port St. Joe beats Liberty County 13-5. So those are your scores thus far. No swing on the pitch to Green. And apparently Lake was sent back to first, may have left a little bit early. This time he leaves on time and winds up at second, a stolen base. Green with the base runner in scoring position, top of the first. Here on JockJive.com, 4 fields in use, swing and a miss by Green. Mike Rideout, Justin Alm, and Anthony Crum with coverage on the other fields. Sebring, the side of the Florida DYB AA Pitch Machine State Tournament. Of course, the winner here, as it is popped up over into left and into foul territory, trying to camp out underneath, was Vincent Fava. And could not get to it. Green will make the U-turn from first, go back to the box, pick up the stick, and await another pitch. Like the show of sportsmanship offered by Chase Davidson. Handing the bat to Green, who fouls it back this direction. State tournaments here in Sebring. Got T-ball and majors next weekend in East Lakeland, and then the AAA and the Ozone tournaments in Mariana. Yes, it is swung on and missed by Green. Gets by Davidson, goes to the screen. Lake will wind up at third. Green is an out. But there's a base runner 60 feet from home for Samuel Craig.
Number 8, Samuel Craig.
Bubba Boone moves to the on-deck circle. Pool play today and tomorrow. You get into bracket play on Monday. And on the traditional side of the bracket, 2 pools, top 2 teams from each pool advances to that 4-team double elimination bracket. Meanwhile, in the B division, 4 teams advancing, because you do not have multiple pools in B division. You have the 1 pool, so 4 teams. The top 4 will advance in the B division. And the top 2 teams out of Pool 1 and 2 in the traditional machine pitch will advance to bracket play on Monday. 1 away, 1 aboard. Top of the first, Samuel Craig batting on a warm morning and soon-to-be afternoon here in Sebring. But what he expected is Florida. It is July. It's supposed to be a little warm here in one of the most southern parts of the United States. Taking a look at that iPhone weather app, I'm not sure why. It is typically inaccurate. It says it is currently mostly cloudy and 90 in Sebring and feels like 99. Currently a 20% chance of rain, humidity at 58%, not much in the way of a wind, south at 5. And if the iPhone weather app is correct, and again, it seldom is, so I'm not sure why I quote it often, but a 40% chance of rain around 5 o'clock this afternoon. That is a foul ball to the right side by Samuel Craig. By the way, just a note logistically, the fans on the first base side have a roof over their head to keep them in the shade, but that roof does create visibility problems for us up here in the box. As a matter of fact, what you see on the camera is about what we see here in the box. So we may be a little slow in getting calls to you that go to the right side. Still a base runner at third. That is Lake. Craig still batting. 1 away here in the top of the first. Bubba Boone hoping for an opportunity next. The right-hander Craig steps in. Coach ready to insert ball and machine up the middle with a base hit. That will drive in Lake. And South Sumter will score here in the top of the first. Meanwhile, not satisfied with 1. Craig gets 2. So Craig picking up the RBI to give Sumter a 1-0 advantage. And Bubba Boone coming to the plate. Hunter Gill moves to the on-deck circle. Boone with Craig at second. 1 away, showing bunt as Boone pulls back. No swing on the pitch. Well, here are the rules in regards to play. It's an hour and a half long. Of course, that could be altered if the game is tied after 90 minutes. Or if you're in the top part of the inning and the team with the lead is the visiting squad. Pitch gets beyond Davidson. Going to third is Craig. He will be there safely. There are run rules. There are 6 innings. Max number of runs you can score in an inning is 7, except the last one. 6th inning, you can score as many as your heart's content, or the other team will allow. Swing and a miss by Boone. Big cut there, aiming for the fence. Not able to connect. Well, Boone's a big guy, though. Here's a guy that looks like if he got a hold of one, he could definitely send it out to the 205-foot mark on the center field fence. Craig, the base runner at third, awaits. It is fouled off by Boone. Hunter Gill moving to the on-deck circle. West Seminole, obviously, when they get to the bottom of the first, will send the top of their order to the plate. Smith, DeMore, and Norris, and of course we'll give you that entire offensive lineup for West Seminole in the bottom part of the inning. We are in game 2 on a 4-game day here on field. Well, I was about to call it 4, but it is 4. 4 in Elks Field. Fouled off again by Boone. It has been a lengthy top part of the inning, 12.5 minutes. And we are just 1 out and into the 4th at bat in the top part of the inning. Fouled off again by Boone. Got the state director for the state of Florida, Tony Smith, here in the box. Tony, you're going to have to do stats that keep up with the number of fouled off pitches and that kind of stuff, you know, because we've got a lot of fouled off pitches here. I'm thinking this is a record-breaking inning. I guess we can, if we don't have the official records, we can just speculate that maybe it is such. Sent into right field. Boone will drive in Craig. And South Sumter grabbing a 2-zip lead on the RBI single by Boone. And it's turned into 3 after Norris can't get to it. So Boone winds up at third and drives in the second South Sumter run of the game as Hunter Gill comes to the plate. Base runner at third, Boone, 2-zip score, South Sumter. Boone comes way down the line. Davidson able to chase him back. One out here in the top of the first. Gabriel McCarty moving to the on-deck circle. A little bit on the cloudy side. Popped up over towards third. Drifting back to make the catch. Wyatt Christopher, 2 away. Gill goes down. Gabriel McCarty coming to the plate. West Seminole trying to minimize the damage. A couple of runs plating here in the top of the first. Lake and Craig. Gabriel McCarty coming to the plate. A.J. Tennille moves to the on-deck circle. A quick reminder that at the end of the game, you want to watch it again and again. You can do so. Go to the same spot where you watch the live coverage. You can watch the archived coverage of the game. So whether live or archived, 24/7, you get it right here on JockJive.com. Gabriel McCarty, 2 away. Base runner at third is Boone. That one swung on and missed. Apparently, I thought maybe fouled off of the stick of Gabriel McCarty, but instead a swing and a miss by McCarty. And Boone will come in and score from third to make it a 3-0 South Sumter lead. So the base is cleared, 2 gone for McCarty. Tennille awaiting his opportunity next. It is bunted foul by McCarty. And a 2-strike count. All grass infield. Well, you see it there. With the exception of the bases and the path between home plate and the pitcher's mound. Fence 205 feet away to dead away center field, 200 down the lines. 2-strike count on McCarty. He socks it towards center field. That will drop in for 1 and more. McCarty headed towards second. Not putting on the brakes there. Given the green light, heads home. There'll be no throw to the plate and inside the Parker for McCarty. And South Sumter leads it by 4. So McCarty takes a 2-strike pitch, sends it into center field, turns it into an inside the park home run, and the South Sumter lead now 4. A.J. Tennille, the center fielder, coming to the plate. Bases cleared, 2 gone. In a lengthy first inning, 17 minutes into this game, and it's all been the top part of the first. Well, if you do that on average, then we're only going to get to the third. You have a nearly 15-minute top and bottom part of the inning. Swung on by Tennille. Anthony Sparks moving to the on-deck circle. Bunted out in front of the plate, then into the box. Foul territory. 2-strike count on Tennille. Anthony Sparks next. South Sumter, Lake, Craig, Boone, and McCarty have all come in and scored. RBIs from Craig, Boone, and McCarty. No swing on the pitch to Tennille. And this is the last pitch he'll receive. He's gotten 4. Here's the 5th. 2-strike count. And Tennille awaits. Swings, misses, strikes out to end the top of the first, but a productive one for South Sumter. Took nearly 20 minutes to complete, but 4 runs plate. South Sumter taking a 4-run lead into the bottom of the first. Southern to serve to begin this one. He's got running room. We enter the bottom of the first. 4-zip score. South Sumter's got the advantage. Josiah Smith, the shortstop, starting things off for West Seminole. Rest of the lineup has center fielder Carson DeMore batting second, right fielder Nick Norris in the 3-hole. Michael Hanberg is the first baseman batting fourth. Cameron Wilson, the pitcher, will bat fifth. Chase Davidson is the catcher in the 6th spot. Kingston Livernois is the second baseman batting seventh. Third baseman Wyatt Christopher has the 8th spot. Kellen Gentile is the 9-hitter. Austin Vincent, right center fielder, batting 10th. Vincent Fava is the left fielder, batting 11th. And Tanner DeMore is in that 12th spot for West Seminole. No swing on the first pitch to Smith. South Sumter's defense, Logan Ward beside the pitching machine. Behind the plate, Hunter Gill. Bubba Boone at first. The second baseman is Wes Ammons. It is bunted foul by Smith. At shortstop, Tyson Lake. Samuel Craig at third. In the outfield, Gabriel McCarty in left. The center fielder is A.J. Tennille. Gabriel Sabalona in right, and Bryson Mitchell in right center. 2-strike count on Smith. DeMore moves to the on-deck circle. It is swung on and missed by Smith. It apparently was a 1-strike count. Now a 2-strike. Maybe it was a premonition. 2 strikes now on Smith. 4-zip score. Lake, Craig, Boone, McCarty, all scoring runs in the top part of the inning. The highlight in that nearly 20-minute 4-run top of the first, Gabriel McCarty's inside the park home run. Smith awaits. Machine tosses, and out goes Smith. 1 out here in the first for Carson DeMore. Nick Norris moves to the on-deck circle.
Up to bat, number 45, Carson DeMore.
By the way, in the third, we'll open up the phone lines for your shout-outs. Might as well jot down the number, though, 334-488-1385. 334-488-1385. And we'll get to your shout-outs come the third inning and beyond. Swing and a miss by DeMore. A couple of DeMores in the lineup, Carson and Tanner. Carson batting in that 2 spot, Tanner in the 12-hole. 4-zip Sumter, South Sumter lead. Here in the bottom of the first, foul back by DeMore. Well, another summer of Dixie. We'll bring you all the Florida State tournaments. Obviously, this weekend in Sebring, next weekend in East Lakeland, following week in Mariana. Got Alabama State tournaments in Andalusia and Troy, fouled out of play. World Series events in Cleveland, Mississippi, and Oxford, Alabama. I think we are going to be down in Spring Hill next week for the Florida Dixie Boys State Tournament. Do have their World Series events lined up to go in July and August as well. So a very busy summer with Dixie. Swing and a miss, and out goes DeMore. 2 up, 2 down. Nick Norris next.
Up to bat, number 2, Nick Norris.
Michael Hanberg moving to the on-deck circle. South Sumter in the second will bring Spark, Ammons, and Sabalona to the plate. No swing on the pitch to Norris. 4-zip score here in the bottom of the first. My apologies, by the way, on the lack of a scoreboard. We've got a software issue with this computer, and it's allowing me to stream, just not allowing me to post the scoreboard. And to correct the issue will take more than the 30 minutes or so between games. So we'll have that rectified tomorrow. Nick Norris, 2 away, nobody aboard. We're in the bottom of the first. 4-zip South Sumter score. Here is the 2-strike pitch to Nick Norris. And he swings and misses, and the side retired in order. 3 up, 3 down. Smith, DeMore, and Norris In the West Seminole bottom of the first, we go to the second. Sparks, Ammons, and Sabalona coming to the plate for South Sumter. They lead it 4-0.
Southern to serve to begin this with the time. He's got running room. Infield kicks it in. 40. Got one guy to beat, and he beats him easily into the end zone.
Watch right here on JockJive.com.
Mosley. Now with 20 in the game. Oh, she's been the head coach. But she's done her part for the season.
Up to bat, number 41, Anthony Sparks.
We head to the top of the second. Anthony Sparks starting things off. Wes Ammons, Gabriel Sabalona due up in the inning to a 4-zip South Sumter lead. Top part of the first, a total of 7 go to the plate, 4 coming in score for South Sumter. Meanwhile, West Seminole 3 up, 3 down in the first. Here we go with the second. Sparks starting things off. 90-degree day, feels like it's almost 100 on the diamond beneath. Anthony Sparks, couple of pitches, no swings. Don't forget, trying to get to 10,000 likes on Facebook. That means if you will open up a brand new browser right now, don't close the one out to watch the game, roll over in the direction of right. And apparently, again, that's a part of the field that our view is blocked, but it appears as though Handberg had the unassisted put out of Sparks. And there's one away.
Number 14, Wes Ammons.
Wes Ammons coming to the plate. Gabriel Sabalona moving to the on-deck circle. So 10,000 likes on Facebook. We're at 9,058. Need about $1,000 worth of Facebook likes over the course of the summer. So you can either go to our homepage of JockJive and there are shortcuts, or on Facebook, put JockJive Sports in the search engine. On Twitter, at JockJive. Again, don't have to close out the browser that's got the game coverage. Don't want you to do that. Just open up a brand new one. And then get right back to the game. Wes Ammons, nobody aboard, 1 away, top of the second, 4-zip South Sumter score. Takes a swing at it, comes up empty, 0-2. West Seminole in the second sends the 4, 5, and 6 spots to the plate. Michael Handberg, Cameron Wilson, Chase Davidson. No swing on the pitch. By the way, the stars are shining in Sebring. We have Tony Smith here. We have Brian Cox here. I mean, they are the stars in Florida Dixie Youth Baseball. So, I mean, we got them here in the box. Worth the drive to Sebring, even if you didn't want to watch the games. But you'll want to watch the game. Shot into left field, and Wes Ammons with a one-out single. That is the 5th hit of the game for South Sumter. And a base runner aboard for Gabriel Sabalona. And guess what? He's not on board anymore. Got thrown around, and Ammons turns it into 4 bags, 1 run. And the South Sumter lead, now 5.
Up next, number 22, Gabriel.
Well, aggressive base running for Wes Ammons. Just didn't feel comfortable stopping at first. Didn't care for second. Heck, if you're going to go to third, might as well try home. And Ammons turns it into an inside-the-park home run. And it's a 5-0 South Sumter lead for Gabriel Sabalona. Bryson Mitchell moving to the on-deck circle. No swing on the pitch to Sabalona. Michael Hanberg, Cameron Wilson, Chase Davidson when you get to the West Seminole second. Swing and a miss. Count evens up 1 each. Well, again, you've got the possibility of 6 innings. You've got the possibility of the 90-minute time limit kicking in. You've got mercy rules. 15 after 3, 10 after 4. Fouled back up against the screen by Sabalona. Well, if you are a sports junkie, then you definitely want to come back to JockJive.com. DYB baseball all summer long. Get into the fall. SWAC football, soccer, and volleyball. Tuskegee football, Georgia Military College football. Great American rivalries, high school football, ACCC game of the week. Just might have a GCAA game of the week as well. So if you're into sports, check it out. Plus, a lot of the stuff we do on Roku. Gabriel Sabaloni, a strikeout victim. And there's 2 gone here in the second. As Bryson Mitchell steps in, shows bunt, bunts it foul to the right side. Second game on a 4-game day for Field 4. And of course, in pool play, everybody playing everybody in your pool. And in Pool 1, that means that South Sumter will play again at 4 o'clock. Rolled back up the middle to Wilson. Wilson sending it over to first, but not in time to get Mitchell, and Mitchell aboard. So a 2-out infield single by Mitchell. As Logan Ward stepping into the box with Mitchell on. West Seminole will play back-to-back games. They play this one against South Sumter and stay right where they are to take on Mariana. And of course, as I mentioned previously, the top 2 teams from the 2 pools advance into bracket play. So the goal is to finish 3-0. Right now with the upper hand is Lake Placid. They won their first game. And apparently there is an injury to Bryson Mitchell. And he's coming to the sidelines to get that injury tended to. I heard them mention the possibility of blood. And that's exactly what Mama's bandaging up. A finger that's gotten banged up a little bit. But that's just... that's stuff that you brag about a little bit later on. Yeah, look what I got. Playing ball and crushing that baseball in the AA Pitch Machine State Tournament. Messed up my finger and it looks good. Bryson Mitchell gets it all bandaged up, goes back over to first. Logan Ward stepping into the box, 5-zip score, punts it back in the direction of Wilson. Charges out of the circle. Wise decision on the part of Wilson not to throw, and then another wise decision to cover third. He saw that Mitchell had an opportunity to go to third, so immediately after fielding, Wilson chases Mitchell back to second. So a couple of base runners on, but Wilson keeps people from advancing. Mitchell will go to second, Ward the base runner at first. We go back to the top of the order. Tyson Lake steps in. Well, there is another aspect of the game, too, by the way, that really might determine the number of innings you play or the length of time, and that is that I think everybody's got a bat. Doesn't everybody have to bat that plays? So even if the run margin is beyond 15 after 3 or 10 after 4, if everybody is not batting, then I think we continue to play until everybody's had that opportunity. So there are some little variations to the rules. Tyson Lake, another base hit, drives it into center field. Mitchell rounding third. He will come in and score. The ball rolls all the way to the fence. Ward, he will score as well. Here comes Tyson Lake, and he's going to do it just like teammates McCarty and Ammons did, inside the park.
Up next, number 34, Kingston Green.
3 RBIs on the inside the park Tyson Lake home run. Mitchell and Ward come in and score. Lake does the same. And it's now an 8-0 advantage, South Sumter in the second. Kingston Green struck out in the first. Batting here in the second, Samuel Craig moves to the on-deck circle. South Sumter now with an 8-zip lead here in the top part of the second. We had a lengthy first inning, about 19 minutes spent in the top part. There's a high fly ball towards center field, and that will get over the head of a backpedaling Nick Norris. And pulling into second is Kingston Green with a double. And again, a base runner in scoring position for South Sumter.
Up to hit, number 8, Samuel Craig.
4 hits in the first inning for South Sumter. They have put together 5 hits here in the second. A 9-hit attack thus far for South Sumter, and we are still in the top part of the second. Samuel Craig, a single, an RBI, a run scored. It all happened in the first inning. Bubba Boone moves to the on-deck circle. Sunny morning and, nope, just about an afternoon now here in Sebring. Looks like we are dead on 12 noon. So now a sunny afternoon here in Sebring. And we're just hoping it will stay that way for about, maybe 5.5 to 6 more hours. There's a drive towards center field. Samuel Craig one hops it into the mid of Nick Norris. Green told to go on home. He will make his way to home plate with a throw to the plate. Craig will wind up at second. And the South Sumter lead is now 9, and Davidson apparently went down. Not sure what happened, was not watching exactly what transpired near the plate, but Davidson winds up going down, and he's apparently going to be okay. Tries to walk it off. Well, you're donning a whole lot of catcher's gear, so it may be 100 degrees for everybody else, but it's about 120 for him behind the plate. And these lengthy top part of the innings taking their toll on Davidson. A 9-0 advantage. 4 runs played at the first, a total of 5 thus far here in the second. And I think there's some other young men as well that just want to get hydrated and are going over to the dugout to do just that. While they do that, we will do this. 36-yard line. Jarvis Hall
awfully close. Kemp will wave and miss. Strikeout, getting over. The Royal team leaves the man at third.
Well, it looks like we have a new catcher. Davidson will leave. And a new catcher coming in. That is Cameron Wilson, I believe, who is now behind the plate. So the former pitcher becomes the new catcher for West Seminole. As Davidson will leave. Well, let's get all the changes for you. It looks like Smith is now the pitcher. As Wilson will go behind the plate, which obviously means we have a new shortstop. And we'll get that information to you shortly. These youngsters do not have numbers on the front and back, just the back, so we'll have to wait until they turn their back to be able to see who is playing the new position. Samuel Craig with a pitch that gets by Wilson. Goes to third and now 60 feet from home. High fly ball towards center field, and that will get well over the head of Tanner DeMoore. It brings in Craig on his way towards third. Boone, will he turn it into the fourth inside the park home run? Takes the big turn in third, and then sees that the throw is not coming in. 4 of them for South Sumter as Bubba Boone adds his name to the list of inside the park home run hitters for South Sumter. Two more runs will played. It becomes an 11-zip South Sumter lead. And Hunter Gill coming to the plate. Gill with a fly out to third. Well, that is 7 runs plating, and I think that's the most you can plate in an inning. And that's got West Seminole coming off the field, go into the dugout. They will pick up the sticks in the bottom of the second. A 7-run top part of the second. 11-zip South Sumter. Back with more baseball from Sebring after the break.
Southern to serve to begin this time. He's got running room. Midfield kicks it in. 40. Got one guy to beat, and he beats him easily into the end zone.
Watch right here on JockJive.com.
We head to the bottom of the second. Michael Hanberg starting things off. Cameron Wilson. We will see if Chase Davidson comes to bat. Davidson started behind the plate, came out after taking a tumble and maybe getting a little overheated. And Wilson came in to finish behind the plate in the second. So we will see if Davidson bats here in the bottom part of the second for West Seminole. An 11-zip South Sumter lead, 4 runs in the first, a 7-run second. Swing and a miss by Hanberg. Want a DVD of any game during the FL DYB AA Machine Pitch Tournament? Simply email info@jockjive.com. Info, I-N-F-O, info@jockjive.com, and we will get the whole process started. Hanberg starting off the second. Swing and a miss. And out will go Hanberg. That is 4 in a row set down by that pitching machine. Tossing lots of strikes and not that many balls today.
Number 14.
1 gone for Cameron Wilson. By the way, 334-488-1385, the number to send shout-outs. You want to know what the process typically is? Well, of course, first you got to cheer on a team member, that kind of stuff. And then let us know where you are watching from. And 2, if it's kind of an interesting spot, you know, on the lake, watching the game on the mobile device, in Waffle House or IHOP, you know, that kind of stuff is an unusual place. 334-488-1385. Otherwise, if you could let us know what part of the world. So the shout out, what part of the world, and if it's an interesting spot, stick that in as well. Over the years, I would say the most interesting thus far, as it is sent back towards Logan Ward. He will field, go over to first, and get Wilson on the 1-3 put out, 2 away here in the second. Most interesting spots that we've had folks text us from: crop duster and in the operating room of a hospital. And if you think, well, that's just somebody texting you saying they are in a crop duster or in an operating room in the hospital, well, they sent pictures to prove. So, some interesting spots to be able to watch game coverage these days with the advent of modern technology. 2 gone, nobody on. We're in the bottom of the second. Chase Davidson batting.
We have found a missing child. He's upstairs.
Swing and a miss by Davidson. Good to see Davidson, by the way, playing. Davidson got overheated behind the plate in the top of the second, but he is swinging that stick here in the bottom part of the inning. So good to have Chase Davidson on the diamond. Not overheated to a degree that he couldn't continue to play. Kingston, Illinois, moving to the on-deck circle. Swing, a miss, and out goes Davidson. 3 up, 3 down in the bottom of the second. And we have played 2 complete after 2 innings of baseball. South Sumter 11, West Seminole nothing.
Southern to serve to begin this return. He's got running room. Midfield kicks it in. 40. Got one guy to beat, and he beats him easily into the end zone.
Watch right here on JockJive.com.
West Seminole, you met your participation requirement.
Injury to number 13 over here. Okay. He's no longer in the game.
Okay.
Well, you may have heard that Bryson Mitchell has apparently suffered an injury that's got him taken out of play.
Hunter Gill.
So South Sumter, who started with 12, now down to 11 with the Bryson Mitchell injury. And certainly we're hoping that is nothing of a serious nature, and he will be back maybe for the next South Sumter game. And your next South Sumter game comes up at 4 o'clock this afternoon against Lake Placid. No swing on the opening pitch to Hunter Gill. Hunter Gill, Gabriel McCarty, A.J. Tennell. Due up here in the third, top part of the inning. Shot towards second. And again, we've got to wait and see fan reaction and umpire indication because our view blocked, but it looks like the base runner is safe, so Hunter Gill will get on to begin the third.
Next up, number 9.
Gabriel McCarty coming to the plate. An 11-zip score, South Sumter here in the third. Runner goes on the pitch, pops out of the mid of Wilson, and Gill will wind up at second. Well, again, we think, and need to verify with officials, but I think everybody's got to bat. So even if we get through the bottom of the third, and even if the lead is 15, I believe everybody has to have an opportunity to bat for West Seminole, which would mean we would extend the game into the fourth, even if the lead goes beyond 15 after 3. Or maybe, and I'm just speculating, don't know what the rules might be. I don't know if they would extend the bottom of the third just to give everybody an opportunity to bat. I doubt it. But maybe. Popped up. Over in the direction of right field. That will drop in front of Austin Vincent. Gill rounding third, comes in. He scores. Gabriel McCarty with a double that drives in another South Sumter run. A.J. Tennell coming to the plate. Anthony Sparks moving to the on-deck circle. Runner goes on the pitch, and the throw goes down to third. Wilson will send it past his third baseman, Wyatt Christopher, and that has got Gabriel McCarty coming in to score. And the South Sumter lead now 13. 4 runs in the first, 7 runs in the second, a couple of runs plating thus far in the third, as it is fouled out of play by A.J. Tennell. Shout out says, let's go West Seminole from the Stallings family. Denise, great to hear from you. Denise is a worker. You want something done? Get Denise Stallings on. And Denise, I'm sure somewhere along the line we're going to see at one of these DYB events or Dixie baseball events. But thank you very much, Denise. 13-zip South Sumter lead, nobody out, top of the third. A.J. Tennell, who struck out in the first, Batting here in the third, Anthony Sparks to the on-deck circle. 57 minutes into the game. There is a 90-minute time limit. Driven towards first, Handberg. Cannot get to it, travels into right field. And on is A.J. Tennille. So a base runner aboard for South Sumter. Tennille, the base runner at first. Anthony Sparks coming to the plate.
Up next, number 41, Anthony Sparks.
Anthony Sparks, a ground out to first in the second, the first out of the inning. Batting here in the third, nobody gone. Base runner on at first is Tennille. And Tennille with a pitch to Wilson will take off the second, get there safely. Still to come here on field 4, West Seminole and Mariana next. Lake Placid and South Sumter at 4 o'clock. Meanwhile, the remaining games on the other fields, Bartow and West Volusia at 2, Sebring and Spring Hill American at 4 o'clock. That is Pool 2 of traditional play. Certainly something on that from Anthony Sparks as it's fouled out of play. Still got Liberty County and Franklin County at 1:30, Holmes County and Shalimar at 1:30 as well in the B division. And then at 4 o'clock, Fort Meade and Liberty County, Shalimar and Franklin County. Fouled back to the screen. Only one 6:30 game slated. All other fields should wrap up play after their 4 o'clock games. And that 6:30 matchup is in the B division, Holmes County and Port St. Joe. Sid fouled on the right side by Sparks. .13 score, top of the third, South Sumter, nobody out. 14 base hits for South Sumter. There's the pitch, there's the foul off toss. Tomorrow your baseball begins at 10 a.m. And then when you get into bracket play, 10 a.m. start on Monday, and a 10 a.m. start on Tuesday. Popped high into the air towards right center field. That is an Anthony Sparks base hit that has Tennille on his way home. He will score on the single by Anthony Sparks. It's now a 14-zip South Sumter lead. Still nobody out with a base runner at first.
Up next, number 14, and Wes Ammons.
Wes Ammons coming to the plate. Gabriel Savalona moving to the on-deck circle. Nobody out. Off the shin guard of Wilson. He will track it down near first. And that's got Sparks at second. So Sparks, the base runner, at second. A 14-zip score. South Sumter's got the lead here in the top of the third. 1 hour, 1 minute in. Starting to look like the aspect of the game that might end it is the time limit. As we are now 61 minutes into a 90-minute limit. Of course, keep in mind, still not clear on everybody having to bat. I know there used to be a rule in Florida where everyone had to bat, even if you had activated all the other indicators for ending a game. And if that be the case, you've still got 6 who have not batted for West Seminole. A 14-zip score, Ammons awaits. Gabriel Savalona moves to the on-deck circle. There's the pitch. Gets by Wilson, and off to third goes Sparks. He will be there safely. And you can hear that breeze beginning to pick up in our field mic, although I look out to the trees and don't see them moving much, but definitely some wind blowing into the mic. A few clouds on the horizon, nothing particularly ominous as we speak. Let's hope it stays that way. Base runner at third, Sparks, nobody gone. Ammons awaits. And he will swing and miss. Nice job by Josiah Smith. Quickly to the plate to cover, just to make sure that Sparks stays put over at third. Here's the pitch. Foul out of play. I see Cameron Wilson, who's getting all kinds of instructions, I hear, from behind the plate, and I think he's like, you know what? It's hot. I got a lot of stuff on. Well, it's training league. It's what you do through these younger divisions is to try to offer instruction that makes you a better ball player not only this year but in years to come.
Up next, number 22, Gabriel Sabalone.
So out goes Wes Ammons as Gabriel Sabarone comes to the plate. First out of the inning, base runner still at third is Sparks. Sabalone, a strikeout victim in the second. We've already heard that Bryson Mitchell will not bat here in the third. He is injured and out of the game. So Logan Ward, the 12-hitter, moves to the on-deck circle. Bottom of the third, Kingston, Livernois, Wyatt, Christopher, Kellen, Gentili all coming to the plate for West Seminole. High fly ball left field. That's going to be over everybody's head. Nick Norris watches it sail all the way to the warning track. Sparks will come in and score. Sabalone on his way to third, told to go on home. Could this be the fifth inside the park home run for South Sumter? It is, as Sabalone makes it a 16-zip score. Logan Ward to the plate.
Number 13, Bryson Mitchell.
Tyson Lake moves to the on-deck circle. Ward with a single and a run scored in the second.
Next up is 6, Logan Ward.
So Logan Ward stepping into the batter's box. One away here in the top of the third in a 16-zip score. West Seminole trying to get to the bottom part of the inning when Livernois, Christopher, and Gentili will come to the plate. May come as a surprise to you how affordable it is to have JockJive Sports provide coverage of your sporting event or sports team with quality streaming, offering a national and international platform to show off your school or sport. We produce everything from pitch machine, baseball, t-ball, to the NCAA Division I. Literally from every part of the country. Large productions or small, tiny venues or huge. We can and have done them all. Contact JockJive Sports. Put us to work for you at info@jockjive.com. Info@jockjive.com. Something for every budget. One camera and a computer and a guy, or multiple cameras, instant replay, the whole 9 yards. Fouled off by Logan Ward. We worked little rural spots in Florida to the Toyota Center in Houston, or NRG in Houston. So nothing too big nor too small. Info at JockJive to get more information. Wrapped over towards second. And Livernois watches it bounce into center field. On is Logan Ward. And we go back to the top of the order.
Up next, number 44, Tyson Lake.
Tyson Lake has the bookends of the cycle, the single and the home run. He's driven in 3 runs, scored twice. Gets beyond Wilson. To second goes Warren. And again, a base runner in scoring position. 16-zip South Sumter. 4 runs in the first, 7 in the second. Have plated 5 runs here in the third. 7 is the limit, though. So it can go no more than 18-zip headed into the bottom of the third. So we are getting confirmation everybody's got a bat. So there have been 6 West Seminole players who have not. As this one will travel into center field, Tyson Lake. And here comes the 10th at-bat in the inning. Well, Warren had made it to third, but apparently summons back to second. So Ward is at second. Lake, the base runner, at first for Kingston Green. To the screen it goes. Now you've got Ward at third and Lake at second. So if the 2 aboard come in and score, we won't go any further in the third. That would be the 7th run plating. Kingston Green with a strikeout and a double. He scored a run. Samuel Craig moving to the on-deck circle. West Seminoles got Kingston, Livernois, Wyatt Christopher, and Kellen Gentili coming to the plate in the bottom part of the inning. Swing and a miss, goes to the screen, and Ward will head back to third. Lake gets back on second. I mentioned we've got something that we can do for just about any venue. Well, here the bandwidth low, so we just kind of throttled everything down to be able to bring you the coverage. We can adapt. We're the masters of adaptation. So if you want some coverage of an event, a game, a conference, info at JockJive.com. And Wilson may be a little heated. Yep, Wilson's going to require some hydration. Well, earlier it was Davidson putting on all that gear and spending a long time behind home plate and requiring some liquids, and now it is Wilson requiring the same. While he drinks, we break.
Technology is the video solution for any broadcaster. Simply connect your cameras, open the application, and press live. Your event will go live to desktops, mobile devices, and tablets. Features include graphics, HD video, and 4 camera inputs. No matter the event or the location, your broadcast will be high quality, cost effective, and easy to produce. What are you waiting for? Get started today.
Wilson getting the necessary liquids. Back behind home plate, Kingston Green. In a 16-zip score, South Sumter on top. Here in the top part of the third, 1 hour, 12 minutes in. High into the air, over into foul territory. It will get out of play. Opening day of the Florida Dixie Youth Baseball AA Pitch Machine Tournament. Everybody's got their sights set on Cleveland, Mississippi. And the way I understand it, the team that wins the championship here goes representing Florida in the machine pitch. The team that finishes second goes, but is a coach pitch team. Against Mion Wilson, coming home with the slide. Ward going to third. Tyson Lake. And the lead goes to 17. Kingston Green still batting here in the top of the third. Lake, the base runner, at third. Samuel Craig to the on-deck circle. Pitch machine baseball here in Sebring on a Saturday afternoon, opening day of July. Popped up on the infield, or is it behind the plate? It is right out in front of the plate, but travels into foul territory. And that will have Tyson Lake going back to third. Well, Cameron Wilson had no idea where it was, but knew it could be headed back to earth and near him. So he put up the hands to shield himself. That's what I love about youth sports. I mean, you see things that you're just not going to see anywhere else. Saw in it might have been a pitch machine tournament a couple of years ago, a right fielder tackle his first baseman. You just don't see that very often. Saw a game about 2 weeks ago where the pitcher the catcher beamed his pitcher on the throwdown in between innings. Something else you don't see that often. Couple of strikes on Kingston Green. He will drive it into left field. The base hit for Green will drive in Lake. And that will put it into the inning. 7 runs have again plated. 7 this inning, 7 last inning, 4 in the first. It is now an 18-zip lead that belongs to South Sumter. We go to the bottom of the third. West Seminole sending the 7, 8, and 9 spots to the plate when we return.
Southern to serve to begin this retirement. He's got running room. Infield kicks it in. 40. Got one guy to beat, and he beats him easily into the end zone.
Watch right here on JockJive.com.
Mosley. Now is 20 in the game. Oh, she's been the head coach. But she's done her part for the season.
Kingston, Livernois beginning the bottom of the third.
Up to bat, number 10, Kingston, Livernois.
Ryan Christopher, Kellen Gentile, 2 up in the inning, 2. An 18-zip South Sumter lead. Swing and a miss by Livernois. And typically it is 15 after 3, but we may go to the 4th to give everybody an opportunity to bat for West Seminole. Swing and a miss by Livernois, and out will go Livernois. 1 away here in the bottom of the 3rd. Wyatt Christopher next.
Up to bat number 1, Wyatt Christopher.
Kellen Gentile awaiting on deck. 18-zip, 4 runs of the first, 7 of the second and third for South Sumter. Shout out coming in. Would like to give a shout out to the West Seminole All-Star players and coaches. We are so proud of you. Hang in there, boys. Love, Laura and Sarah Hamburg. So thank you very much to the Hamburgs. Watching the coverage, rooting on West Seminole. Towards right field, and that is fouled off. Wyatt Christopher getting a stick on it. Gets a piece of it again, knocks it over towards short, fielded by Lake, fires over to first. And it is there in time to get Christopher on the 6-3.
Up to bat number 6, Kellen Gentile.
2 gone for Kellen Gentile. Bottom of the 3rd, Austin Vincent moving to the on-deck circle. An 18-zip score. South Sumter trying to take their opening game of pool play in Pool 1. Of course, you got on the traditional side, Pools 1 and 2. In B Division, got just 1 pool. Traditional division, top 2 teams from each pool goes. In the B Division, just 4 teams. No multiple pools in B Division. Two gone, nobody aboard. Couple of strikes on Gentile. West Seminole trying to get a base runner aboard. We are going to exceed, apparently, the 1 hour, 30-minute limit. We are going to go into the 4th, despite the large lead after 3, to give everybody with West Seminole an opportunity to bat. Part of the rules and regulations where Dixie Youth Baseball is concerned. Mike Rideout has brought in fried chicken. He is my new best friend. And it comes at the most appropriate time, at the end of an inning. Down goes Gentile. 3 up, 3 down in the bottom of the 3rd. We are going to the 4th, though, because everybody from West Seminole needs an opportunity to bat. Back with that after this.
Southern to serve to begin this one. He's got running room. Infield kicks it in. 40. Got 1 guy to beat, and he beats him easily into the end zone.
Watch right here on JockJive.com.
Mosley. Play of the game. She's been the head coach, but she's done her part. We head to the top of the 4th. The reason for the top of the 4th is part of the instructions, part of the pluses to playing Dixie Youth Baseball. There are many. is to give everybody an opportunity to participate. West Seminole has not had an opportunity to get everybody to the plate, so we are going into the fourth for that purpose, to give everybody for West Seminole a chance to get an opportunity to see, I guess you would call it live pitching. I mean, it's a pitch. And this is not coming from a live body, but it is a pitch nonetheless. Samuel Craig will start things off. Bubba Boone, Hunter Gill due up in the inning 2. And we will see how they play this. I'm assuming that all other rules apply. You've got the possibility of 7 runs. That is the max during an inning. So we will see Samuel Craig stepping in to begin things for South Sumter in an 18-zip ball game. 334-488-1385 to send shout-outs. This one says, let's go number 6, Logan Ward. Uncle Tori watching from Asheville, North Carolina. And good to have you watching up in North Carolina.
8, Samuel Craig.
One of my favorite spots in the country, my wife's favorite, I guess. Asheville, North Carolina, beautiful spot. Good to have you watching. And go Logan Ward. Here's a thank you to Colette's Clean Eats as this one is popped into center field. And Samuel Craig will get on with a leadoff single. Colette's Clean Eats and on-call training solutions for your West Seminole baseball support all this all-star season. I definitely don't mind at all getting a plug in for those who make the various leagues and the games and the tournaments and the events possible. Leadoff single here in the fourth has got Craig on. Bubba Boone coming to the plate. And with a pitch, the runner goes. Sliding in safely at second is Samuel Craig.
Up to bat, number 42, Bubba Boone.
Bubba Boone has tripled and homered. Driven in 3 runs, scored twice. It's been a big day at the plate for Bubba Boone. Hunter Gill moves to the on-deck circle. We are in the top of the fourth. It's an 18-zip score. But everybody has an opportunity or has to have an opportunity to bat. So we will go to the bottom of the fourth. Big cut there from Bubba Boone. He wanted 205. Of course, center field, 205 feet for the launching pad. Down the lines, it is 200. If you smack it over in the direction of right field, though, you've got a wall to get it over. Not the green monster, but it's the blue monster. Another big cut coming up empty is Boone. Couple of strikes on Bubba Boone. Hunter Gill moving to the on-deck circle. Craig, the base runner, at second. Here in the fourth in an 18-zip game. 1 hour and 25 minutes in, but time limit irrelevant. We're going to go to the bottom of the fourth. No swing on the pitch to Bubba Boone. Well, I thought I was doing very well when Mike Rideout brought me fried chicken. But then you get fried chicken, potato salad, and tossed salad. Into right field, there is a base hit for Bubba Boone. Craig rounding third. He will come in and score. Sliding in to second, Bubba Boone. It's now a 19-zip South Sumter lead. So South Sumter now with a 19-run advantage as Hunter Gill comes to the plate. Gill, he popped out to third in the first and singled and scored a run in the third. 1 for 2 in the game. Gabriel McCarty moving to the on-deck circle. No swing on the opening pitch. You get a compliment of 5 if you need them. Don't have to wait on that 5th one, though. You can take something prior.
Up to bat, number 33, Hunter Gill.
Here's toss 2. Hit towards second. Livernois can't get to it. Finds the gap. Rolls all the way to the warning track. Gill On his way to second, in to score is Boone. Gill headed towards third, and he's trying to make this six inside the park home runs for South Sumter. Has 2 more runs played. And the lead grows to 21. Gabriel McCarty to the plate. Bases cleared. Nobody gone. A.J. Tennille moving to the on-deck circle. Got a new face behind home plate. That is Nick Norris. West Seminole started with Chase Davidson behind the plate. Then Wilson went there. Hit to short. Smith will bobble. DeMoore is now in the pitcher's circle, and McCarty, the base runner, at first. A.J. Tennille to the plate. So your changes defensively. You've got Carson DeMoore in the circle beside the pitching machine. Now behind home plate is Nick Norris.
A.J. Tennille.
Back over to short goes Josiah Smith. And with a pitch, McCarty will take off for second. Tennille has struck out and singled. One hops this one past third baseman Wyatt Christopher. It will go into left field. McCarty rounding third, comes in and scores. Tennille with a throw in will take third. Let's see if he holds there. So Tennille driving in another run. As McCarty comes in and scores, holding at third is Tennille. Anthony Sparks.
Up to bat is number 41, Anthony Sparks.
He steps into the box. Goes after the first pitch, sends it into foul territory. Sparks with a ground out to first and a single. He drove in a run, scored a run as well. 1 for 2 in the game is Anthony Sparks. 4 runs are plated. Tennille is at third. Ammons to the on-deck circle. Driven up the middle, and there's another base hit. Here comes Tennille. He'll score on the Anthony Parks single. That's the second RBI of the game for Anthony Sparks. And Sparks, the base runner at first for Wes Ammons.
Up to bat, number 14, Wes Ammons.
Gabriel Sabalona moving to the on-deck circle. Well, I think just about everybody else has got this moment off. They're munching on fried chicken and whatever else is in the hospitality room, which, by the way, hats off, kudos to the folks here at Sebring who have done and always do an exceptional job at hosting tournaments. I think we were here 4 or 5 years ago as it is fouled back by Wes Ammons. And to the work crew, one of the primary needs is victuals. And they've always done an excellent job of making sure we are victualed up. 23-zip score. Here in the fourth. Pops out of the mid of Norris, but holding at second is Sparks. Ammons is singled and struck out. Singled in the second, scored a run, struck out as the first out in the third. Gabriel Sabalona next. Right up the middle, there's another base hit. Ammons delivers. Sparks told to go on home. He will round third and score. And that is the 6th run in the fourth. Makes it a 24-zip score.
Up to bat, number 22, Gabriel Sabalona.
Gabriel Sabalona coming to the plate. He has struck out and homered. Logan Ward moves to the on-deck circle. If the base runner at first scores, Wes Ammons, and he's now in second with a stolen base, then we will go no further in the batting order. That would represent the 7th run in the 4th. Swing and a miss by Sabalona. Bottom part of the order, 2 up in the bottom of the 4th for West Seminole. Austin Vincent, Vincent Fava, Tanner DeMoore all coming to the plate. 1 hour, 32 minutes into this one. Got just a piece of it, did Gabriel Sabalona. Already today here on Field 4, Lake Placid victorious, 11-4 over Mariana. South Sumter trying to take this one. We've got a couple of games to go. West Seminole and Mariana at 2. Lake Placid, South Sumter coming up at 4 o'clock. So we were, by design, as this one is popped high into the air, in foul territory, out of play. By design, we were ready for lunch after these second round of games, and scheduled to get things back underway at 2 o'clock this afternoon. Currently about an hour 5 from now. Sabaloni, swing and a miss. And out will go Sabaloni, out number 1 as Logan Ward comes to the plate. Logan Ward, the 12 hitter. Couple of singles, couple of runs scored as well.
Up to bat, number 6, Logan Ward.
Well, and apparently it was the wrong bat. No wonder. It just didn't feel right for Logan Ward. Stepped into the batter's box and, something's just not right. And it was the stick. This is the one that's got hits in it. Says Logan. He steps into the box. Base runner at second is Ammons. And we'll take the opening pitch. Ward with a single and a run scored in the second, singled and scored a run in the third as well. Tyson Lake moves to the on-deck circle. Popped back this direction. Austin Vincent, Vincent Fava, Tanner DeMoore coming up for West Seminole in the bottom part of the 4th. Fouled out of play. And if Ammons comes in, top of the 4th ends. 2 more outs, top of the 4th ends. 6 runs are plated. Craig, Boone, Gill, McCarty, Tennille, and Sparks. Popped up in the direction of second. That will drop in. Hanging around second in the event it was caught Ammons. And now decides to go on home. The throw not to the plate in time. And in will come Ammons. That's the 7th run in the 4th, and it puts an end to the top part of the inning. We go to the bottom part of the 4th. West Seminole down by 25, sending Vincent, Fava, and DeMoore to the plate when we return.
Southern to serve to begin this retirement. He's got running room. Infield kicks it in. 40. Got one guy to beat, and he beats him easily into the end zone.
Watch right here on JockJive.com.
Mosley has played in the game. Well, she's been the head coach, but she's done her part for the season.
up to bat, number 21, Austin Vincent.
25-zip score as we head to the bottom of the fourth. Austin Vincent starting things off for West Seminole. Everybody's got to have an opportunity to bat, so that's why we are in the fourth. There are mercy rules after 3. It's 15 after 3, but everybody's got to have an opportunity to bat, and West Seminole has 3 who have not. So that's why Austin Vincent, Vincent Fava, and Tanner DeMore will bat in the bottom of the fourth, trying to produce runs for West Seminole and get rid of the goose egg. South Sumter scoring 4 in the first, 7 in the second, third, and fourth, and lead at 25-0. And that 2 is why we've exceeded the 1 hour, 30-minute time limit. Just trying to give everybody an opportunity to swing at some pitching. Vincent with a swing and a miss. Vincent Fava, Tanner DeMore, 2 up in the inning, 2. Well, we are here throughout the Florida Dixie Youth Baseball AA Pitch Machine Tournament. And we're asking Mama Nature and the baseball guides to smile down on us. And if there's any rainfall, it could be between, say, 9 p.m. and 9 a.m. Well, okay, maybe 9 p.m. and 6 a.m. That way the fields will be dry enough to play on. Swing and a miss, and out goes Vincent. 1 away here in the bottom of the fourth for Vincent Fava. Tanner DeMore to the on-deck circle. Well, we know South Sumter will go 1-0 in pool play. We know that West Seminole will fall to 0-1. Got a big game coming up at 2 o'clock this afternoon. West Seminole and Mariana. Those two teams both with losses. And if you're going to get into bracket play on Monday, it might be tough with a couple of losses. As a matter of fact, might be near impossible. So a big game coming up between the two teams that have sustained a loss today, West Seminole and Mariana. Couple of pitches to Fava. It is a 2-strike count, 1 away, nobody aboard. West Seminole trying to get a base runner. And out goes Fava. 2 gone, it's up to Tanner DeMore. West Seminole would love to get somebody aboard here in the bottom of the fourth. And Tanner DeMore says he is just the fella. Can handle the task. 0-1 on DeMore. 6 inside the park home runs for South Sumter. And lead at 25-zip here with 2 gone in the fourth. Another swing and a miss. Well, it is all down to this. Tanner DeMore awaits. There's the pitch, there's the swing, and there is the game. 3 up, 3 down in the bottom of the fourth. South Sumter with a 25-zip win over West Seminole. West Seminole will play Mariana in just about an hour. Meanwhile, South Sumter's got Lake Placid in the Battle of the Unbeatens at 4 o'clock this afternoon. Thanks so much for watching our coverage. Don't forget about liking us on Facebook, following us on Twitter. And you want to watch this game again? It's available right after I close it out on JockJive.com. Robert Williamson, so long.